Hello everyone, my name is Cal Sounds, and today I want to mess with some snares that I got from a faceplant preset that I was working on off of camera. This is what it looks like. But yeah, if you want to go ahead and download that, it'll be on the Sound Squad subscribers. So if you want to check that out, you can. But this is the snare that I got. And so I want to like kind of pitch it up, and I think I'm going to turn it down in gain, so I'm going to do -5 decibels, because I think that's what it was at originally when I was recording it. Oops. If I go to audio snare, yeah, somewhere around there. Gives us a little bit of headroom to mess with effects and whatnot, even though it's still a little bit loud. But let's go ahead and just do this. Let's see. There we go. Then do a little bit of this. Maybe if I shorten it a little bit. Actually, it kind of depends. Let's see. 4, 5. Turn up in pitch. I like the way that sounds. There we go. Then, of course, we can always turn it up later. I think I want to add some reverb and delay. So I'm going to go ahead and drag a reverb and delay Ableton audio effect. Okay, perfect. I'm going to mess with the input filter here, turn up the decay on the reverb. Just going to turn the delay off for a little bit. Ooh, that sounds spicy. Ooh. Let's see. Turn this up. I'm going to go ahead and just turn the grid off. I don't like when the grid is on whenever I'm working on sounds, depending like what I'm doing, especially on drums or percussion. Yeah, let's do something like this. A little bit more reverb. Kind of gives it a little bit more breath. That sounds pretty cool. Nice. Turn on some ping pong delay. Turn up the dry wet. What if I turn off ping pong? I think I'm going to turn it up in, or actually, I'm going to grab a frequency shifter, and I'm just going to see what that's going to sound like. I kind of like this like high-pitched snare sound because yesterday I was working, or the video before this, I was actually working on a future bass sound, and you know how sometimes like future bass music they have like that super high-pitched snare, or it's just like that. I kind of want to make it a little sample pack where it's, you know, just nothing but those kind of snares. Kind of sounds like a bubble. I'm gonna do some automation here with the frequency shifter fine tuning. Just bear with me. Just messing around here, just seeing what sounds pretty cool and what doesn't. All right. And another thing, kind of like what we did with the Prida snare, is I'm going to grab a compressor and just squish. I'm going to squish the living beans out of this snare. I'm going to squish the snare with a compressor. Squish. Here we go. Kind of want there to still be an attack. And if we want to, we can always add a fade with the audio sample if the attack is too much, or if the transient is too much. That sounds pretty cool though. Maybe like -25. You can turn up the output gain of the compressor a little bit. And it does sound like that snare is really slapping. Let's see what, if we turn on look ahead. That sounds pretty good. Let's go ahead and try and record this. I'm going to insert another audio track here and turn on resampling, arm it, and let's just see what that looks like. Okay, alright. I'm going to turn the warp off here, kind of bring it closer to the beginning of the sample. And then we can mess with the decay of the snare. Let's see what happens if we consolidate it. Turn it up a bit with the gain over here. Explosion. I like the way that sounds, like pitched up. That's pretty cool. I'm gonna go ahead and consolidate it again. And I think that's gonna be our sample here. And so yeah, I'm just gonna do more of that. Maybe try out some different things with the audio effects and mess around with the compressor as well. Probably gonna use some samples from the janitorial sound design session and layer it on top of the snare. Just because I got some really cool percussion one-shots from those recordings. I'm just going to insert another audio track here and call this layer. Then I'm just going to drag and drop a sample from the janitorial sound design sample pack. We also have echoes of the janitor's closet sample pack, so that one's pretty cool too. Let's see. Too loud, so I'm just going to go ahead and lower that. And then I'll probably change the pitch. Oh, and by the way, I put my samples over here on the side so that way I can export them for later. I'll probably make a total of like 10 snares. Or 20. I usually do 20 for a sample pack. I think I'm going to change this shifter here, and I'm not going to do this sweep. I'm just going to leave it as is. Let's turn this up a little bit. That sounds cool. What if I turn the warp off? Yeah, let's try that. Oh yeah. Okay, here we go. Then we can just mess with the fade of the sample. Let's see. There we go. Consolidate, then of course boost it in volume since we had, was that -6. I like that, so I'm gonna go ahead and drag that over here, hit control to duplicate it. Then I'm probably just gonna turn up the pitch as well, so turn the warp off. Probably have it at 8 as well, or you know what? Yeah, I think I like that. I'm gonna consolidate that, bring that over here. Now we got 3 snares. Let's grab another layer. Okay, this is a bit too high in frequency for the hi-hat, but if we turn it down with the warp off, maybe it might sound good. Let's see. I don't know. What if we turn the reverb off? Let's see if that makes a difference. Here we go. Ooh, that sounds kind of cool. Wait, did we... No. I kind of like the way that sounds. Here we go. Man, that transient is kind of snappy. Let's see. Wonder if I could... Going to drag that out over here. So we already have 4 snares. You know, I could probably group these, put the effects from in here in this group, and then turn the reverb back on. I'm gonna get rid of that delay. Ooh, hold on. That sounds cool. We could do like a triplet thing. Let's see if we can put this back on grid. This, and then do this, and then do that. That sounds cool. Oh my gosh, OneDrive, get out of here. Okay, here we go. Let's see, consolidate that, then do. That sounds cool. All right, so yeah, that's pretty much our snare. Like I said, this is going to be available for the Sound Squad subscribers, so if you want to go ahead and download this preset for Faceplant, this snare preset, you can go ahead and check that out. But yeah, pretty much for snares, like to get like interesting sounding snares, of course, like you want to add some effects afterwards, or you can even group it, you can layer it, get different textures with your snares, and then messing around with the pitch. That's like my favorite part of recording samples, is messing with the pitch, because things can sound either like super interesting or just not so good. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Adios.